And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Giangelo's on 224 in Boardman. It is the South Range Raiders show right here from lovely Giangelo's. The mood lighting is on. It is dark. The evening is well because we're all together, the South Range family all together. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Coach's Corner with the one, the only, David Rach.
Thank you.
Coach, an unbelievable, really unbelievable two-game stretch there. The one against Hubbard is the one we're going to focus on because the first two possessions of the game essentially started out very similar to Carter Mooney. I think every one of us thought deja vu all over again. And then the first half goes by, and you're thinking, where's the energy? Where's the life in this team? And then the second half happens, and we found the Raiders. Yeah. We found them. Talk to me about what you saw from your perspective of the first half versus the second half, and how we walked away with a win in that game.
Gosh, there's a lot to unpack. I'm not really sure. I thought that, it's no secret we've had a hard time, I think, getting started in some of the bigger games we've had. And if I could put my finger on it and tell you why, be fixing it. I don't know if, sometimes we're maybe overly emotional when we come out, or we're just not quite settled in yet. But we're working really hard at finding ways to settle in and get more comfortable early in games. It's just not realistic to keep spotting teams a possession or a couple possessions before we get going. I was really proud of the way we came out after halftime and started fighting, especially, we give up a touchdown the first play of the third quarter, and it's like, here we go. So, but I was proud that we got the ball back and went down and scored quickly, and just proud of the resiliency and the fight in our guys. I thought that they did a great job of maintaining their poise, and, this has kind of been like a 5-week, journey for us. If you go back to the Poland game, I thought we just laid an egg. We didn't coach very well, and we didn't have the success that we wanted. Then you fast forward from there. I thought we played better against Girard. Just didn't quite do enough to really have a chance late in the fourth. You go into the Mooney game, and I thought we were right there. Just we didn't make the play or call the play or whatever it might be to find a way to win it. And we challenged the guys all week last week. I said, guys, we're going to be in a one-score game in the fourth quarter, and we've got to find a way to make that one more play, to get us over the hump. It's kind of been a progression where, the next step is we got to find ways to win these games, and I don't care, what kind of grit it takes, but we got to find a way. I was really proud that we were able to do that, and our guys were able to make those plays.
One of the things that I've been really excited for calling these games is the fact that you've been able to see the progression, not just of the young guys, but the entire team. I mean, the chemistry has certainly gotten better over 10 weeks, as it should with a good football team and a playoff football team. When you're thinking about weeks 1 through 10, what's one of the one things or two things that you're most proud about other than the experience?
Yeah, just, the progress that we've made. I think the improvement that we've made, sometimes it's a constant struggle, right? You're trying to fix something that you did poorly that week, or trying to build on something that you did well, and that changes with every team, every week. But I'm really proud of just the growth. And like I said, if you look at, we've already played the number 1 team in the region, the number 2 team in the region, the number 3 team in the region. And I think if you look at those 3 games in order, we've gotten better and better, with each one. If you want to consider those teams to be a measuring stick, I think we've gotten closer and closer to where we need to be there. And, we're kind of preaching right now it's a new season. Everyone's 0-0, and we've got a chance to go out Friday night and get the playoffs started the right way. And just that. And I think our guys, especially there's no secret, it's been a tough 5-6 weeks, and just the way our guys have rallied together and continued to do the preparation, behind the scenes and show up to work. And they've had great attitudes about it and just not been down. And, there's a lot of pride in this group. And I think generally speaking, when you have a team that's full of proud individuals that are willing to do the legwork, then you've got a chance every Friday night.
Is there, I guess this is a lesson for all of us as we go through, whether it's football on the field or off the field, is there any kind of, substitution for experience, except experience?
I think, as coaches, we're preaching practice. You're trying to get experience through practice and trying to put yourself in situations and trying to figure out how they're going to line up or what they're going to do. And so you've already played the rep multiple times before Friday night rolls around. At the end of the day, it's about impossible for a high school football team to simulate Friday night speed during the week. So part of that's probably true. I think with experience, there is no substitute. At the same time, we're trying to shorten that learning curve as much as possible by way of the way we practice, by the way that we watch film and all those kinds of things. And again, we're so fortunate as coaches, and I'm so fortunate as a coach that we've got a group of guys that are willing to do those things and to shorten the learning curve to where now there's no excuses now as it comes down to experience. Our guys have all started for a whole season. Our sophomores are juniors now. Our juniors are seniors now, and our seniors are, 5.5-year seniors, I guess, at this point. So they've played plenty of ball, and then we're ready to roll.
when you think about the postseason, it's a different animal.
Yeah.
It's one. Did you feel already, this being Tuesday night as we tape this, did you feel the difference between Wednesday practice and Monday practice?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I think, we talked Saturday about this as a team, and then we talked again Monday pre-practice. We've actually made some changes this week just in terms of how we're doing things and who's doing some different things. And I think it's been helpful so far. I think there's a different energy with our group, and I think our guys understand. And we talked about this too. You look at the teams that are in the playoffs in Region 17. We'll start there. Our guys are as experienced as anybody. So this narrative for the past 10 weeks where we're inexperienced or we have youth or whatever else is not a narrative anymore. Our guys have been through a lot of playoff football games in this region and understand what it takes in terms of preparation and practice and attention to detail. So we're excited to get going.
How does your schedule change when it comes to the playoffs? Did it change at all, or is it business as usual?
No, we're a little bit different. We spend a lot more time on Mondays as a staff, kind of laying out the game plan, practice schedules, and probably taking a more in-depth approach on each team. I'd love to tell you we prepare the same way every week during the regular season, and I think we try to do that. I think the reality is there's just human nature, and
Sure.
When you realize it's win or go home, and we got 50 guys on the team that are counting on us, I think that probably adds a little bit of heightened level of focus on our part and maybe time commitment and those kinds of things, and our players have done the same thing.
Did it feel like Friday night was week one of the playoffs, knowing that it's pretty much a must-win at that point? You didn't really know that you were going to have a home game, going into Friday night. You were just fighting for your playoff life. Did it feel like a playoff?
I mean, I guess to some degree, just because we had looked at it, going into Week 10, and I think most of us were on the same page as far as saying, like, if we didn't win, I don't think we get in, and I think our kids were well aware of that, and more to that point, I think when you look at teams, I think it's really tough in Week 10, and we've had some bummers over the years in Week 10, since when I've been around here, and I think it's really easy for a team in Week 10 when you're on the ropes as far as the playoff goes. You get down by a few scores and they shut it down. So I wasn't surprised, but I was really proud that our kids really made a statement in the third quarter and said, like, we want to keep playing, we want to keep getting better, we want a chance to go in the playoffs and make a run.
You walk out of the ROM on Friday night, obviously a win. You feel good about getting into the playoffs. You had no idea where you were going to finish or that it was going to come back to Rominger Stadium. When did you find out? Were you locked onto your device the whole night, or how did it go?
Yeah, I think we had a pretty good idea by the time that I got home. I mean, you're obviously doing the math, but there wasn't a ton of surprises in terms of upsets with level 2 points for either school. Really, I think as soon as we found out that Berkshire had won, I think we kind of knew where we were going to be as far as matching up, and I thought we would get the home seed against them. I thought we'd have the 8, they'd have the 9. So it wasn't, I guess by the time we rolled in Saturday morning, I told the kids as soon as they walked in that we were going to be at home and against Berkshire, and so it wasn't too awful long.
To have one more game at Rominger Stadium, what does it mean to you?
Oh man, it's the best. It feels like we hadn't played at home in a long time, and then we were at home for a while after that, and so I'm glad that I think our seniors, it's such a special place to play, and I would have hated for our guys to go out the way it was looking there for a minute last week. So we love playing in front of the home crowd. I mean, the playoff atmosphere is a little bit, it's a little bit different. And I'm excited for our guys to get to experience that, especially at home. So, yeah, it'll be exciting.
Berkshire is the opponent coming into Rominger Stadium on Friday night, 7 o'clock on YSN. Dave, when you think about Berkshire, what have you kind of unearthed from their film study? What have you unearthed from, I'm sure, coaches you've spoken to that maybe have played them? What do we have to expect on Friday night?
Yeah, we actually scrimmaged them. We were scrimmaging them. I think we had a 2-year or a 4-year deal scrimmaging with them probably back, I'm going to guess, 2015, 16, somewhere in there. So we kind of knew what to expect as far as just the type of kids they have. It's a hardworking team, hardworking program, really well coached. I think, people locally aren't aware of the playoff, run that they've been on. They've been in the playoffs the past 5 straight years. They won a playoff game last year. People around here all over the state are familiar with Kirtland. That game, Kirtland and Berkshire this year was a 14-7 game at half. Okay, and people, I think, understand what Kirtland is and what they bring to the table. So it's a good football team. I think it's kind of unique in that they're a lot smaller up front than a lot of the teams that we see in the Northeast State. Meanwhile, they're probably a little bit larger out in the skill spots. Some of the receivers are a 6'2 guy, a 6'3 guy, some big guys out there where the line's not as big as say a Gerard or whoever else. defensively, they're actually playing a defense that's really similar to what we were doing previous, probably 15 years ago. We were in their defense a lot. So it's a defense we're familiar with. But, again, a really well-coached team, good program. They work really hard, and they're no stranger to the postseason. So I'm excited for the challenge.
When you think about what needs to happen for your team, obviously we'll talk about the Raiders. What needs to be done without too much coach speak on this one?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll probably skip the coach speak and tell you about how we can't turn the ball over and we have to play better special teams, and those things are all true. For us, I think our mission has to be, we want to go out and make a statement in round one and kind of send a message to the region that we're not the same team that we were 4 or 5 weeks ago and that we're ready to battle, and I think our kids have practiced that way. I think their attention to detail has been heightened this week, and, again, it's been one of the most frustrating things, I think, for all of us to hear about the youth, the inexperience, all that stuff's all done with. I mean, we've got a lot of guys that have started a lot of football games and been we've had such a crazy 10 weeks that there's not really a situation out there that our guys haven't found themselves in. We found ourselves leading by a lot and down by a lot and having to punch back and win close games. So we're not inexperienced anymore, and I think our guys are ready to make a statement on Friday.
They always say there's no such things as stupid questions, but I'm going to ask one. I mean, obviously nobody wants to lose, but are you happy with the way that your team responded to the adversity throughout the year?
Yeah, no, there's no question. We've grown a lot, and part of that is going through some losses. But to your point, like, you're never excited or okay with losing. But at the same time, looking back now, understanding that we have a clean slate and we're 0-0, and so is everybody else in the region, I do think we're better because of the schedule that we've played. There's not a lot of teams in Division 5 that can say they've played a schedule that, frankly, is anything near what we've been through, and I think we're better because of that. We've come out, we're about as healthy as what we've been going into Week 11, which is exciting, and we're battle-tested. So I think, I hope, that our guys have the confidence and play with the confidence that they deserve to play with after having 10 weeks of experience in some really tough games.
I would imagine there's going to be some Cardinal red and gold jackets in the bleachers on Friday night. How do you keep the team focused on the task at hand in Berkshire and not looking forward to a potential rematch with the Cardinals?
Yeah, one game at a time, and our guys understand that. Again, we've been in a lot of playoff games here, with this group of guys, and they understand that if you don't bring your best every Friday night in the postseason, you're going to go home and be turning equipment on Monday. And we've also discussed at length, there are no bad football teams in Week 11. I mean, all the bad teams already turned their stuff in, okay? And you got to be really good to get to this part of the season. And so our guys, I think respect everybody that's in here. It's tough to get here. I mean, we were fighting tooth and nail to get in the playoffs, and I'd like to think that we're a pretty good team.
All right, I don't want to put you on the spot, but this is the first year they've ever done the 12-team playoff thing. Do you feel like it's looking at it now, being part of it, is it a situation where you like the setup, or is it wait and find out?
So I'm kind of split on it. I think that with 12 teams, it does potentially get maybe too watered down.
Yeah.
I also think that the more kids you get in the playoffs and have a chance to go play in the postseason is a good thing. I also think probably my favorite part of them expanding the playoffs to 12 is that it allows you to be aggressive in scheduling up in the regular season. If you're still stuck with, like used to be 8 teams or even worse yet, back in the day when it was 4 teams per region or 2 teams per region, I think you had to be very mindful about scheduling. And again, it's no secret, it's really tough for us to schedule right now. There's not a lot of teams, that are our size that are able to play or that want to play. And because of that, I think it allows us to try to punch above our weight into some larger division schools throughout the regular season and still have a chance to get in, with a 6-4 record like where we're at right now.
Do you like it better than 16?
Yeah. I think 16 became dangerous. I mean, there's some exceptions out there, but I think there's some games, when you're talking about a 1-16 that
one time.
It's frankly,
I figured it was over after that.
Yeah, it's not. There's a really big gap when it comes to most regions between the 1 and the 16, and I'm not saying all of them, but to me, and I understand you want more kids in the playoffs. I also understand that I don't think many guys want to go out, getting beat up really bad in their last game, and so I think 16 is too much.
All right, let's get off the field. Let's talk about Halloween, dude. Halloween coming on Friday. Did they change things? Do you know for trick or treat? From Friday to Thursday or Saturday or whatever? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't usually trick or treat. I don't know.
Oh, I figured you were the number one trick or treater.
No. I let the kids go do my dirty work, and then I try to steal
the dad tax?
Yeah, right.
I love it. All right, so what are the kids going to be this year? Do we know?
I should ask my wife.
Geneva, what are you going to be?
For Halloween. Mavis.
Okay. Hotel Transylvania.
and David's going to be a tiger. Oh, he's not going to be anything. He's going to dress
He's going
up
to be
like
David
Dad.
Rock, which
Yeah,
is okay.
That's right.
What was the best Halloween costume you ever had?
I didn't do a lot of Halloween costumes growing up, but one time I did go as a Jack in the Box.
That's right.
So I
I've
had, like,
asked
a
this
big
question
cardboard
before. The
box
Jack in the
before.
Box. That was
I
a
also
good one.
went as Steve-O one year in college. So that
From
was,
Wild Boys?
Yeah. Yeah, I went as Steve-O one year.
What do you dress up as? Just no shirt?
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
If Steve.
I had like a Steve-O tattoo on my back.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So just no shirt. With jorts?
No, they had like it's like a Speedo tuxedo.
Oh my god.
So I just wore that out. I was grown. I was in college.
Hey, that's even better.
Yeah.
That's even better. All right, let's rank the Halloween candy. 5 being the least, 1 being the best. Starting at 5.
Butterfingers.
Butterfinger, okay. You like them, but not enough to be.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I mean, the top 5 is pretty. It's
Oh, so this is an
competition.
extensive list. Like you're a candy guy.
Oh, I mean, I like chocolate. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Number 4.
I like 4 is probably a Kit Kat. 3 is probably Reese's cups.
Okay.
Preferably the big cups.
Okay.
2 is probably just an old school Hershey's chocolate bar.
Really?
Yeah, I like those a lot.
1's gonna be good.
Yeah, number 1 is Fun Dip.
Like the sugar thing?
Yeah.
You like that? That's big.
I love Fun Dip.
Man.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Do you just go 1 the whole time, or do you just go sugar straight to the gullet?
If I don't have a lot of it, then I'll use the stick because I have to
Yeah, you got to clean up.
pace myself. But if I have a bunch of them, I'll just put them in a bowl and go from there.
You don't go straight chow on the stick as soon as you get it. Just
I do if I have enough. Yeah.
Man, it's okay. So let's talk about some ones maybe we're off the list. 3 Musketeers, no?
No, I don't like that.
The
but
nougat?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay. Milky Way.
I do like Milky Way,
Okay.
but if I've gotten sick eating too much of them, so they're not like high on the list anymore.
Payday.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the caramel with the nuts around it. White wrapper, orange
Oh.
lettering.
No, I don't like those. I
No,
don't think.
okay. That one's out. Gummy bears.
I mean, it's more like that's like a busy food. Like I'll have it, but it's not like I don't love it.
Pez.
I love Pez.
You like Pez?
Yeah, so we get Pez. This is like a family tradition. My mom and dad used to put Pez in our stockings at
Yeah.
Christmas. So now our kids get Pez in the stocking.
What's
so,
the best Pez dispenser you ever had?
I don't know. I wouldn't even use the dispenser. I would just get.
You
like
just get the
candy.
Pez?
Yeah.
Knock it down. Okay. What's the best flavor Pez?
The purple, great.
Purple. Okay. I'm trying to think of another one that's a mainstay that I'm missing right now, candy bar wise. A Crunch Bar.
Yeah, I used to like those. Yeah,
the
I
little
haven't
Crispies?
seen them in a while. Yeah, they're pretty good though.
What about like the marshmallow?
No, I don't like that stuff.
You're not a marshmallow guy?
No, I just like standard chocolate and like peanut butter.
Hershey's at number what? 3? 2?
Two.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Usually that's off. People say it's
It's
only
just
Hershey's.
overlooked. It's kind of forgotten about, I think.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's
Hey, well done. That's a
undervalued.
nice top 5.
Yeah, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the head ball coach of South Range, David Rock.
Thank you. Go Raiders.